You can't get no better. Now, some of the greatest games in history. And I already told you some of my history, so this is my opinion. And please share your opinion, guys. Please share your opinion. I mean, share your thoughts. The greatest game. Okay. Well, how much is this worth, guys? What if it was in plastic? What if it was brand new? What is the market on this, guys? Okay? Do you understand what this was? Now, I never owned myself Arch Rivals, but I say Double Dribble over Arch Rivals. But Arch Rivals was great. It was a basketball game, guys, where you punch and kick and steal the ball. Like it was like an MMA basketball type of thing. And man, I've always loved the back of video game boxes. Man. Double Dribble, man. This was a great game. Self-explanatory. Double Dribble. I mean, I've spent so many hours playing this as a shorty. I mean, this is well respected in the gaming world or the culture of games, guys. Double Dribble. How the screen used to give you that graphic there when you dunked the ball. You know, we used to pretend, well, I used to pretend certain players was, you know, certain real players. And just the sound of the effects and wow. This was a great game, guys. Great game. Now, what was also legendary, very, very legendary, Jordan versus Bird. It wasn't nothing better than this when this came out. I mean, Jordan versus Bird, guys. It wasn't a team 5-on-5 games. It was like games of horse, 1-on-1, dunking. You know, Jordan's dunking, Bird 3-pointers. This game was so amazing, guys. And it was the actual person. See, it's a thing called licensing. That's why it wasn't any names on games like Double Dribble and, you know, games throughout history. I mean, that's why, you know, Charles Barkley isn't in any video game because, well, recently he was at a certain point, which we'll get to that. You know, they don't license the right for these video game companies to use their name. Milton Bradley, man. Shout out Milton Bradley. But as we're talking about licensing, guys, I know you know the legend, or you should know the legend of Tecmo Bowl. Now, this may be underrated. I don't know. But this is one of the greatest games ever to me. Tecmo basketball. Boy, I waited so many weeks for Christmas for this. And Jordan was in this game. It wasn't no 23. It wasn't something called player. Jordan was in this game. This game was an advancement in graphics from Double Dribble, guys. I mean, this was like how PlayStation 5 looks to you guys. With all the graphics. And that's how this was, man. This really meant something and still means something, man. Oh. We have to, like I say, part 2 and part 3s and other parts in this series, we will be going into more in depth, guys. But Tecmo basketball, don't sleep. Yeah, we know Tecmo football. Shout out Bo Jackson. You dig. Bo knows. Stop playing with it. You know how I feel about Bo Jackson. Stop it. But Tecmo basketball, man. It was everything, man. It really was everything. Ooh, I can't wait to get to the football. Ooh, we're going to get to the football videos. Now, as time went on, the next couple years, before it came out, oh no, before we get to that, and all these are mine, guys, originals. I still have my Atari, I still have my Nintendo, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, which never, and it's still, all the original controllers still work. Never had a problem with controllers in my life. Anyway, I have my Sega, my smaller version of the Sega. I never had the Sega CD or the Jaguar 32X or whatever. Shout out Neo Geo. And shout out Bulls versus Blazers and Bulls versus Lakers. Obviously, Bulls versus Lakers was first. Now, I didn't own those games, but I spent plenty of time with my cousins playing it. They already know what I want to do when I come through that door. And see, back in the day, guys, you know, local video stores was part of life. Blockbuster. This is way before Hollywood Video. So I felt like I had Bulls versus Lakers, Bulls versus Blazers. Coach K. Stop playing with Coach K. Well, the video game, not the person. I'm not saying I'm dissing the person. I'm just saying. They even had a Dream Team game. These are Sega games. Sega Genesis. Gotta love Sega. Come on, man. Them games was everything, man. And those graphics were the best graphics ever. But they weren't far off from that Tecmo basketball. But this here was not a 5-on-5 game. You see, it's called All-Star Challenge. Jordan's not in this. Was Jordan? Yeah, Jordan was in this. No, Jordan wasn't. It was lovely. You know, you got the dunk contest. You got 3-pointers. You know, this game was the first game I got other than Sonic when I was blessed to have a Sega Genesis. Now, as we're skadeem and being a little big old P, I was in the arcades. It was a place called Enchanted Castle, which was my skadee land. Plenty of time. On release day, shout out my grandmother for having a game when she picked me up from school. Actually, both different years. Stop playing with this. Now, just because of what this meant, this is why I say it's blasphemous to say anything is greater than these games. Can you stop playing? And do you see the pictures that I display in this video with the cheat codes from back then? Stop it, man. Stop it, man. What you know about that Jam Session logo was everything to me. So people really in this, man. We got Tournament Edition, NBA Jam, and a regular NBA Jam. Guys, this meant so much. This game was the best thing. It was the coolest thing. It was, he's on fire. Guys, this game, I can't even explain to you what this meant. I still have the t-shirt they gave away with this game. Like I say, them days, you couldn't wait to get home and play your game, man. Like, I knew they was gonna have that game for me because I asked for it. Like, because I was a person I didn't ask for a lot. You know, I didn't ask for gimme, like, you know. And at this age, I was what? So I'm skadeeing, I'm doing the lovely, I'm a just big old P. Oh man, this game, guys. Like I say, these original. What comes out of here? What comes out of here? Come on, man. Fresh Prince, Jazzy, R.I.P. Heavy D. R.I.P. Heavy D. Fresh Prince, Jazzy Jeff, Heavy D, Frank Thomas. I'm not fond of Frank Thomas after what he said about Jackie Robinson. Larry Bird, my favorite quarterback, the best quarterback of all time to me, Randall Cunningham. Benny the Bull, the boy Hugo from the Hornets. By the way, any game in recent time, the recent decade or so, when I get a new game, the first thing I'm going to do in the first couple of minutes is pick a Charlotte team. I told you I'm Bulls red, but I'm going to pick Larry Johnson. Stop playing with UNLV, man. I really was there rooting for them before the Fab Five when I was really there. Got the book still. You dig? But, yeah, man. Kendall Gill, hometown connection. Stop playing. Shout out Kendall Gill. Shout out Alonzo Mourning, Muggsy Bogues, Johnny Newman. You dig? Dale Curry. Y'all know who Steph Curry is, right? Dale Curry. I'm always going to pick Charlotte Hornets. Sidebar. That's the problem I have with 2K25, though. The Charlotte team is like in the era, but not in the classic teams. And that's cool, except for, it slips my mind at the moment, but you can't do something or another with whatever. But look, the Gorilla, the Phoenix Suns, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. So this had to be 96. Prince Charles, Kid Silk, Air Dog, Kabuki, the Weasel, Chow Chow, Moose Cat. These are the codes to get these players. Yeah, go pause that. Which you might could Google, I don't know. But you can go and pause that if you would like to place some of the best basketball on a video game ever in history. You did. Now, guys, we're gonna fast forward a couple years. Oh, originals. Stop playing with me. I can't wait till to get to the football and tell you how this Sports Talk was better than Madden up until PlayStation 2. I don't care what you say. This was my favorite football game ever, man. We gonna get to that in the football game. Now, guys, as I say, a new era of basketball came with the NBA Live 95. You did. Did I show y'all the back of these cases? Oh, yeah, I did. I showed y'all the back, man. Hey, free like OJ all day, man. Hey, look at the picture they used for the cover. Wonderful, guys. This was such a great game, man. So much time. Oh, the game's not in there. I think it's it's in the Nintendo case, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. We'll put that. Still big cartridges, not little cartridges yet. We'll put that in its proper place there. You did. What was that? Road Rash? What is that? Oh, there's my Sports Talk. Yes, guys, but NBA Live 95 was such an amazing game, guys. Oh, you see the difference in cartridges? You see how that's smaller? No need to compare. We have videos, plenty of videos coming for all this. So NBA Live started, a new era of gaming for basketball. The graphics, the detail, it was just a great game. And who cares if Jordan wasn't in the game, because Jordan was retired at the time. And of course, we have NBA Live 96, and graphics get better, guys, as time goes on. But for my birthday, which I was like, how are they different? And a few months later, you dig? We have two different versions of NBA Live 96. And these graphics were out of this world, guys. But it wasn't a full game as this version. But it wasn't as bad as when I got a PlayStation 3, that first Madden, whenever year that was. Oh, my man's over there. I mean, you see the picture. That game was like a demo game. So this wasn't a demo, but it was a lovely game, guys. Lovely, lovely game. And it's the graphics. See, it's all about the graphics, what make a game great. You know, like NBA Live meant something, man. To play your brother, your cousins, your friends. And look at this. This game actually had real pictures on the menus of the players. You see Shaq right there. Game was amazing, guys. Look, includes Toronto and Vancouver, the Grizzlies and the Raptors. Oh, game was amazing, guys. Amazing. Now it's time to progress. Oh, Space Jam was kind of cool just because it was Space Jam. Because it was Mike. It was cool. Oh, this game here. We're going to go in order. Okay, we're going in order, whatever. Like I say, this game was so lovely because it had ESPN graphics. And that was raw. Now, I don't know if this was a popular game or not, but I loved it. This was for the Dreamcast called NBA Tonight. You see the legend Zoe on the cover. It's been quite a few years now that I do not support ESPN, and I do not watch any show on ESPN. Well, I like Pat McAfee, and of course I'll watch a playoff game, because guys, I've forgotten so much basketball knowledge, in life. I compare myself to somebody like Bob Costas. I've forgotten more than most people could ever learn or know. So, and then when you're dealing with real life, you don't have time to watch every game. And like I said, once I had reached 18 years old and I had friends in the NBA, like I looked up to the Bulls. I looked up to, late 80s basketball, 90s, man. Once it hit the new millennium, man, I'm hanging out with people in the NBA. You think I look up to these dudes, man? You know what I'm saying? So, I still love the game, of course, but I'm big on Inside the NBA, man. It was going to break my heart to see that show leave. And my heart was broke last year when I heard the news, but I didn't know it was another year, so I'm glad to at least have this year. Because I have episodes from 1989 on tape, because I loved Inside the NBA in 1989. There was something about it. Hubie Brown, Reggie Theus, my dog Reggie Theus. Stop playing. You dig? But like I say, we don't rock with Disney as a whole, as a company, and definitely not today's ESPN. But this game was good just for the graphics, because it was so real. Like, this was raw. Now, what you guys know, I'm just getting the first couple 2Ks. I have almost all the 2Ks up until a certain point. Well, I have all year of everything up until a certain point. Well, you might skip a couple years because we all know it's repetitive. And, they don't put the work in from year to year as YouTubers have, showed me, because it's not like I get every single 2K in the past few years, you dig? But you see Iverson on both covers, and I should go grab the other one. Whether he stopped being on the cover. But this just advanced it even further, guys. And what made me mad about playing 2K with friends back then, some people just keep going crazy like, oh, the controllers never broke though. Sony PlayStation, the controller never broke. We're going to get to that in those videos. But people just be going up and down the court, no skill involved, just fast. It was more faster than Arch Rivals. That's what I didn't like about playing people on 2K. But the graphics were insane, guys. And this was everything, guys. Dreamcast. So, like I say, you go throughout the rest of the 2000s, you see the pictures in the video. And what became the greatest game to me? Oh, boy. When they put Mike in these Michael Jordan challenges, you could play Mike as a rookie. And you can know the graphics, like I say, 2010, when 2011 coming out about here, PlayStation 3. Come on, guys. This game is some of the greatest gaming ever. And like I say, the Michael Jordan challenges, man, so many different Jordan years and the classic teams. Man, this game was so raw, man. Wasn't nothing like it, man. And like I said, we will go into in-depth later and give you guys gameplay footage, which I know they got gameplay footage of. They got gameplay footage, of all type of stuff. But somebody who was actually there, somebody in it, it's a little different perspective for you. So as we go along, guys, that's my quick history, So, Sega came with a Jordan vs. Bird, Oh, I gotta make a video on this college football, because shout out them for bringing it back, and I get to play with my Hurricanes and my Buffaloes, but I got a lot of problems with this college football NCAA 25. And I had most of them games too, if not all of them. But this game, guys, like I told you, the error filter and the fact that they have entire leagues, not just classic teams, gotta make this one of the best games in history. So what would you say the top 5 games, or just rank them in order, top 3, top 10. I mean, we got live, NBA Jam. You know, you have to consider things like this, guys, when these Jordan challenges, and it was in these games, guys, and when 2K came, and just like I say, NBA Jams, man, the Bulls versus Bulls versus Lakers, Bulls versus Blazers. You know, like I say, when PlayStation was released, guys. Now, the Madden on PlayStation, well, Madden on Sega, well, we'll get to that. Madden on Sega was good, but it wasn't nothing like Sports Talk. But Madden on PlayStation changed the game, of course. We love Madden, right? But, you know, that PlayStation came, man. But like I said, we got problems with Sony and PlayStation for how they have this racket and scam of controllers. Y'all really out there buying multiple controllers a year? Couldn't imagine, man. And I will not partake in that. Like I said, we have videos coming on that. Guys, shout out Tim Holiday. Shout out Run TMC, you dig. Yeah, guys, so that's just a quick part 1 to this. Greatest basketball video game in history is 2K25 the greatest. I don't know. What say you? Church.